Hi everyone! The career that I've chosen for the career research project is a forensic scientist. A forensic scientist examines, analyzes, and collects evidence so that it's useful and helpful in crime cases. Forensic scientists are known for many names such as a crime scene investigator, a forensic science technician, a criminalist, and many more. I found some pretty interesting facts, such as in the article 25 Surprising Facts About Forensic Science, is that forensic science is only the second best method of identifying criminals. Eyewitnesses' testimony far outweighs the deductions based on forensic science methods, which I thought that was eyes widening and like very, very surprised about it. The next one I want to talk about is the history behind forensic scientists or forensic science. It goes all the way back to the BC era, specifically the ancient Greek and ancient Roman time. According to the article, forensic science have evolved over time. Their research on the production, use, and symptoms of toxins made the study of their use in past murders possible. So basically, they started in that was related or including involved with medicine, basically. Then, as I went further into the research about the history, the article also says that early in the 1st century AD, Roman orator and jurist Gillian used basic forensics to acquit an innocent. And then it further goes down into the 17th century, 18th and 19th centuries, which basically 17th century forensic science became more advanced and I would say more recognized. And which specifically says, with the dawn of the 17th century, the importance of forensic scientists received a boost resulting due to the other advancements in science. As well with the 18th and 19th century, they said it was basically known for in the criminal justice field about forensic sciences in 2 cases, specifically the conviction of John Thompson Lancaster for the murder of Edward Coleshaw with a pistol, and the second case is the trial and conviction of Warwick, a farm laborer, in 1816. Next up is basically how to become a forensic scientist. Like, what are the educations, what are the steps, and many more. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, you need at least a bachelor's degree in a natural science, such as a chemistry, a biology, a physics, or even just in a forensic science. You can even also get a master's degree if you want to go on a higher level. The website also mentions that applicants for civil crime scene investigator jobs should have a bachelor's degree in either forensic science with a strong basic science background or a natural science. Or on-the-job training is usually required both for those who investigate crime scenes and for those who work in labs. Basically, when you come into the field, this is what you need to do. Basically, you're going to go in you're going to be trained at the same time while working. You're going to be supervised by an experienced investigator as well. It also mentions that you can even learn about laboratory specialties, but you make sure you need to do an exam, specifically a proficiency exam, or be by approve of the laboratory or accrediting body. Next up I want to talk about is basically what is their purpose, what do they do, what's their daily basis as a forensic scientist. Like I said before, they basically analyze, record, examine, and collect evidence in crime scenes or from what they found, so they can go over to the laboratory and go further into the research and further into the investigation. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor and Statistics, they list the types of duties that a forensic scientist does in a crime scene or in a lab. For instance, they also take photos of the crime scene and evidence, record observations and findings, perform chemical, biological, and microscopic analysis of evidence from crime scenes, and so many more. They can even look at DNA or teeth examinations, which that is like one of the primary research that they use to help identify and finding the criminal. As for the future outlooks for the forensic scientists, it's pretty good, I would say. As well, in the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, employment of forensic scientists, technicians is projected to grow 16% from 2020 to 2030, much faster than the average for all occupations. And it further explains about 2,500 openings for forensic scientists, technicians are projected each year on average over the decade. Many of those openings are expected to result from the need to replace workers who transfer to different occupations or exit the labor force, such as retirement. Which, when I looked at both of these statements, I thought that was eyes-writing, mind-blown, because how I seen it was basically a good progress, a good increase for many people who wants to be in this occupation to see a good opportunity to be in here, to be in this job. As for the salary, the U.S. Bureau of Statistics says that a forensic scientist's annually wage is $60,590. Even though there are some advantage in or pros in forensic science, but there's also some negatives or some cons in it as well. According to Career Trend, you need a strong stomach and the composure to witness the aftermath of brutality and remain focused on their work. As well, there is long shifts or long hours, which will effectively be away from home and cause physical and emotional fatigue. As well, further into the research about the cons, according to Sciencing, other negative aspects of forensic scientists will run into some complications, such as inconsistent practices or privacy concerns, or some many mishaps or mistakes that will happen. As we come down a little further, I researched of who's famous or known for being a forensic scientist. I found that Dr. William Bass, who is famous or well known a forensic scientist in the United States, which I found in the 8 most famous forensic scientists in their list of, he is known for human decompositions and how bones can tell about the person after death. He even worked in high-profile cases and works in the Forensic Anthropology Center of the University in Tennessee, which I thought that was pretty interesting. And I thought that was really cool that he basically worked his way up, but he still does his job. There is many more scientists, but I thought that was pretty interesting. Overall, I chose this career because not only because of the shows such as Law and Order, Forensic Files, or CSI, and many more that's related to this occupation, but I also chose this occupation because the reason is to help people to get their justice, just as police officers are helping protecting the society and protecting the innocents. It's basically, I would say, helping the society, helping the people, and basically seeing the positivity and the love and the peace rather than seeing the hate and the violence. Thanks for watching.